So this is the front section. It's currently on the floor. Left wheel well, right rear well. Dashboard, steering wheel. Driver seat, right passenger, left passenger. And the floor is currently off, but would go in there, and then windshield coming off of that, so up there. I am currently going through all of these nodes, of which there are, I thought there were 19 in the top and another. It's a hell of a lot of bamboo. But what I was concerned about with using hot glue, that it rigidizes the nodes, so that if you're even the slightest bit off in any particular direction, it resists and fights the pipes. And I've had to go up to a 4 thickness on these and put just increasing levels of tension on the thing to pull. This was out, this pipe, this bamboo was out here by about 6 millimeters. There's a number of these that are out by 6 millimeters because something's shifted, and it's a cascade. So something like, for example, this one is, where is it? Where are you? This one is loose, and that is out by, let me have a look at it underneath here. Yes, that one's out by 4 millimeters under here. So we're slowly reducing the gap. But that's out by 4 millimeters, which means that node is moved that way, which means that it's pushed something else by another, on the other side, by another 4 millimeters, which means one of those is out, which cascades through to here, which results in this one being out by 6. And 2 of these were also out by 6 millimeters. I've done that one. So there was a 6 millimeter gap there. This one should be loose. Yes, that was still loose. So that one and this one down here will be the next ones that I will do. So basically this one needs to come forward. That one's already come forward. I'm hoping that this, where is it? Yes, this one. That is still, you can see it's a massive 6, possibly even 7 millimeter gap. No, that's a 6 millimeter gap, which means that this is shifted over, and that it's just a mess. This is funny. This is ironic. This was literally the first node I printed, and I used a 0.8 millimeter nozzle with a 0.8 millimeter layer. It didn't come out too well. I mean, it's functional, but I decided, no, not doing that. So I went down to 3/4 of that. I still kept 0.8 millimeter nozzle, but went down to 0.6 millimeter layers, and that's turned out really well. Very quick, and everything. But yeah, so. Just going over these, but holy cow, it might be a function, the resistance I'm getting might be a function of the fact that you've got 3 21.5 millimeter flowplast. Certainly this both stabilizes the node, but also if there is anything wrong, also makes it much harder to adjust its angle. But yeah, just I think literally, two strands of this garden twine snapped, and I had to use 4. That note gives you some idea of how much tension there is on this, how much force. It's considerable, and it's actually in danger of twisting this. But as long as I've got contact there, I'm confident that the hot glue, the sheer freaking quantity of hot glue I put on there will not rip off, and will hold that on under pulling force once I let off the string, the twine. So 3 more to do. That one, and that one, and I think I can begin the wrap phase, the packing and wrapping thing. It's been a mess, but as I said, none of this is structural. It doesn't matter. It's going to get hidden underneath the Kevlar epoxy lamination. So then it's the Kevlar epoxy lamination that holds the strength, not the PLA and not the bamboo itself.